Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. GG here with my take on the MEGAZOO. I finally finished off 1.5 with a bang and came in first place at my locals. With BT4 coming up soon, I hope to do more deck profiles in the future. With that being said, let's get started. So for the rookies, I'm playing, believe it or not, 2 VMons. I would love to play 4, but I only have 2. But I only play 4 rookies in this deck. So I have 2 VMon, sorry. And I play 2 Gabumon draws. Okay, and then next up, we have a single Shakumon. I love this card for the, especially against Rookie Rush if I could pull it, because I only have 1 of. But it's a very useful card in my opinion, and I think every deck should run at least 1. For the next 2 cards, I'm running level 5 Infamon. This card is awesome for the Digivolve 1. I like it a lot. And next up, we have another 2 level 5 Andromons. Just a blocker. I don't run a lot of level 5 in my deck. I think these numbers are pretty good. Next 2 is 2 copies of Skull Greymon. For the delete your blocker, it comes very useful, especially if you run the Kaiser Nail. And then next we have for the level 6s, we have 4 copies of Durandamon and 4 copies of Bryway Ludramon. So of course, you know, this one gives you piercing, this one's blocker, which is very useful. I usually just hard cast one of these and then Digivolve over it, you know, and then if I get something good, I could just wipe the board. Next we have 2 copies of Machinedramon. Very useful with the 2 Digivolve 2 and on play blocker. It's a little bit expensive, I think, but it comes in very handy. Next up, I have 3 copies of Magnadramon. You could play around with these numbers, maybe even 2, I think, would be okay. Just for this particular tournament, I ran 3 of them, and it came in really handy. I don't personally like this very much with this deck because of the lack of yellow Digimon. So if I drop this, I'm really just hoping for security to save me like last resort. And then we have 2 copies of Volcanatramon. This is another very good card to get rid of the rookie rushes. Sometimes I run 4 copies, but this particular tournament I only ran 2. And yeah, I like it because you could just Digi off of like Ultra S on top of it, and then it still works, you know. I have 2 copies of Craniumon. This card is super expensive to play, but that's why I prefer to get the Digivolve over the blockers if I can. And yeah, Craniumon, all my blockers can't be deleted. Very awesome effect. I also run 1 copy of Blitz Greymon. This is very situational. And I like it, the fact that you could Digivolve over the Andromon or the Skull Greymon. So, and yeah, it does its job, especially if you have something like you need to take out like a Millenniumon or something. So it tends to be pretty useful. And for the last level 6s, I'm running 2 copies of Puppetmon. Just like the MEGAZOO, I think um they're useful. They have a use for it, but for this deck in particular, these were more like last resort cards for me. I don't really like playing them. They're just in case something comes up. And then finally, I'm running 3 copies of Ragnar Lordmon. This is like the bread and butter. You drop Bryludramon, Digivolve over, put the Randomon on top. You know, that's like one of the, and then you just start swinging. You know, and then I'm running my next set of level 7. I'm running 2 copies of Alteress. I used to have the regular Omnimons in here. I took them out. But yeah, I think this card works so much better because the amount of red cards and black cards, so it could just digivolve over anything, right? That's why I prefer this one a lot more. I'm running also 2 copies of Millenniumon, like just for the removal, and also because on deletion it comes back, so you wouldn't hard play this, you digivolve over it on something, right? So yeah, it comes in pretty handy when you need it sometimes. And then for the option cards, I'm running 2 Kaiser Nail. This card speaks for itself. It is so strong. What I do sometimes is I'll even digivolve the Ragnar on top of here, you know, and then place a Bryludramon under on the Machinedramon sometimes or whatever. Play this and then bring the Machinedramon out. Or even if you can't get up that high, you could digivolve a Craniumon into an Andromon and then bring out an Andromon or bring out an Infernomon and get another blocker or an extra D-Digivolve on the field. You know, play this on top of the Volk on top of the Skull Greymon, bringing it out. It's super useful. I have 1 copy of Kakai's Breath. This card is I like it. I think there's a use for it depending on the situation. I just have 1 of. And then this is like probably the most significant change I have on this deck is I play 4 Hammer Sparks. 4 Hammer Sparks on a MEGAZOO deck. Yeah, I run it. This card has come in so clutch. Like with MEGAZOO, you think you just giving them so much memory, but like there's times where like if you hit this card in security, it's just so OP because people tend to choke me like crazy, especially when you play MEGAZOO. I always seem to get choked, memory choked so bad, and then especially when they bring me to like 1 and then or to 0, and then they try to leave me 1 and then they hit a Hammer Spark, ends their turn. And then if I'm lucky enough to have a memory tamer on board, then I'm Gucci, bro. I'm Gucci. And then for this tournament, the last options I ran is the Gaia Force. You can't run it without Gaia Force. This is probably like my favorite card in the deck. Yeah, delete everything. Only thing that could stop it is Craniumon. You know, so strong. And then for the tamers, I run 2 copies of Tai, just for the extra chance to draw it. Like and just to play the Gaia Force as well. So yeah, For the babies, I'm running 3 Upamons and 2 Demi-Beamons. I like to have 5 just because I have 4 um, rookies, and usually I don't draw them all, but just in case I do, I have an extra card just so I can use the blue options. And yeah, that's about it. This is my MEGAZOO deck that came in first place today. Uh, let me know what you think. And with BT4, everything's going to change. So yeah, it's fun playing this deck one last time and actually coming in first. So I'm very happy with that. Anyways, that will wrap it up for today. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more unboxing videos in the future. I'll try to do more deck profiles if I could come up with anything crazy. This is just my take on it. There's a bunch of ways you could play this MEGAZOO. And with that being said, peace.